You had the steal, those types of defensive plays that you've been making when this team's been over the top. How are you seeing that evolve this year and fitting in with the rest of the roster?
Earlier today, just watching the Packers and learning the defensive schemes that Jair Alexander do and just trying to mimic that. Able to get the deflection, and then the pick got 2 feet in, but like I said, I fumbled the ball and went out of bounds, whatever. So. Yeah, that's how I'm doing it. That's how I'm doing it.
Since it's Sunday, I guess we'll excuse the NFL references. AD, just what did you think of the different rotations tonight, and then how Melo fit into how some of those second unit lineups were having success against Memphis?
Melo played his ass off. I mean, he shot the ball extremely well. I think it was like 6 for 8 from 3. He comes in and gives us a spark. And our entire bench did. Malik came in, played well. Austin had some hustle plays. We just got to continue to, play with a sense of urgency. I think we did. Tonight we had, some possessions where we got, caught off guard and they made some plays. Ja got hot, but we had a little bit of problem with offensive rebounding. But for the most part, I think we played extremely well. And was able to come out with the win.
Hey, you guys got a lot of players with names all over the record books, but there's the saying in sports, you're only as good as your last game. So what does it mean to have Carmelo make a stamp in his 19th season with this team for you guys?
It means a lot. I've always been a fan of his, what he's able to do. Obviously to do it with a franchise, like the Lakers, probably huge for him. But to come in and do what he's doing, 19th year, and when a couple years ago, nobody wanted him. He was counted out, he was doubted, and he stayed the course. Stayed a professional, got a shot, Portland, made a name for himself again, and then he's here now and doing the same thing, picking up where he left off. So it's an honor to have him on our team. Honor to play, besides him. And Bron and Russ and Doe and Dwight, like all these Hall of Famers, and able to learn so much from them. Besides Bron and Doe and Russ and Dwight and all these guys, he's in my ear the most. Just always, telling me little pointers and little things to help me. So he's been great for us so far, and I know he's going to be great for us all year.
AD, it's been a long time since you guys have won a basketball game, period, between the preseason and stuff like that. Just how good did it feel for to walk off the floor with the win, and did it feel like any relief or anything after kind of the way the preseason and these first 2 games had gone?
Well, we don't really look too much into preseason, but we kind of get that monkey off our backs with a win. We're going into a road trip, where we feel like we can get both these wins too, and just kind of start going from there. Let this win be a momentum booster for us. These next, 10 games, we take it 10 games at a time, and try to have a winning record out of 10 games. So let this be a momentum booster where we can, keep going and let this guy keep shooting threes. You ready?
Yeah, your family looking.
Hell yeah, they my family looking for me. I'll take one more. Y'all want to talk to him anyway.
Hey, Eddie, this was your first crunch time situation of the season, and I'm curious just what you thought of your guys' execution down the stretch and kind of withstanding everything Ja was throwing at you guys.
Yeah, I think we did a good job. Defensively, we did a good job towards the end, with our coverages. Down the stretch, made our free throws and executed on the offensive end. So I think our execution down the stretch in the late game was pretty good. There's some things that we still can get better at, but for our first time handling that, it was a new team. That's a new team.
Down the stretch, this was your first crunch time game. You went with a lot of Russ, LeBron, kind of 1-3 inverted pick and roll. What kind of did you like about that? And Russ finding AD out for that dunk and just kind of using him as a roller and the things he could do going downhill.
Yeah, it's just something that we've been talking about a lot in our meetings and trying to incorporate it into practice. And I think late game, that's something that we like when they have an elite guard, that's not going to switch on to Bron. We can get that situation. We got that one bucket. We also had a miscue where, we were double cutting and, just turned it over in the paint. But definitely a situation we like.
Go ahead, Dan.
Frank, we've talked a lot about team defense and kind of how individual defense sort of relates to that. Anthony made some kind of otherworldly individual defensive plays tonight. How important do you think of a factor that was for you guys in getting this win?
Well, it was huge. We won by 3. It was, obviously a tight game down the stretch. Every possession matters, and he came out of nowhere with some of those blocks, and that's why he's one of the best defensive players in the world. And that's why we've had a winning culture because of our commitment on that end of the ball. We still need to be a lot better, but he was outstanding with some of those plays.
Frank, just wondered if you saw anything with the aggression towards the rim in the first quarter and how important that was, and then as things went on, and you saw any additional style things that you guys can carry forward.
Yeah, well, obviously, we're playing a bigger lineup, so there's less space to get to the basket, but we were still getting good looks there, and we're just encouraging our commitment to attack the rim, and just to slow down a little bit and concentrate on our finishes. We missed a lot of bunnies the other night, and want to make sure we're attacking the paint first, playing inside-out basketball second, and concentrating on our finishes, and we're much better tonight.
Frank, you've told us since the beginning of training camp that you were encouraging Carmelo Anthony to do what he does. What did he do for you guys tonight? And not just the shots that he made, but his presence, how does it allow the rest of the offense to function?
Well, he was outstanding tonight. And congrats to Melo. 9th all-time. That's unbelievable. And, yes, he went to Syracuse. Okay. But my Kentucky Wildcats beat Syracuse in 1996 in the championship, if you want to start calling out Syracuse. Carmelo Anthony was awesome tonight. He didn't crawl up to that milestone. He blew the doors off of it. And, I'm super happy for him. He's been a great culture fit with our group. And obviously really playing at a high level on the floor. He's got a lot left in the tank, and he's really going to help us this year.
Frank, you were obviously going to win a game at some point. You're going to win, presumably, many more. But did it feel bigger than just a win, just the relief of getting a game, executing down the stretch, and kind of maybe some catharsis just with, obviously a winless preseason and the way the first 2 games went?
Yeah, we weren't paying much thought into the preseason. Obviously you want to win those games, but it's really about getting work in for your guys and managing minutes and all those types of things. So, but not losing your first 2 home games didn't sit well with our group. Came out very motivated tonight, and we've got a lot of belief in who we can be this year. But we also have a lot of work to do. And we had a very, very productive film session yesterday. Cleaned a lot of things up, got on the same page with a lot of things, and the effort was much better tonight. The attention to detail was much better tonight, and that's how we're going to have to improve, and gel, because it's not going to be with a lot of practice time. We're going to have to do it with the mental approach, and we've had a lot of success with that the last couple of years here. So we got to keep that going, and it's great to get our first win.